Huck appears to be the adventurous type of character. He is daring and does not mind getting in trouble. Because of this, his character is very significant in the novel. Huck's adventurous nature drives him to go on this journey with Jim instead of staying with his abusive father or learning from widowed. This scene depicts Widow Douglas educating Huckleberry Finn. She was hired to teach Huck and to make Huck a more civilized person. This is ironic because we know Huck to be an adventurous character who does not like to abide by society's rules. This scene depicts Pap leaving his boot print in the snow. This is Southern California, so please use your imagination. Pap is portrayed as an alcoholic who beats Huck when he goes to live with Pop. It is for this reason that he fakes his own death and runs off. This advances the novel because Huck knows that Pop is after him. He does not want to go back there because of the abuse he faced. He then leaves to Jackson Island, where he finds Jim. Beginning of the novel, Jim and Huck are not the closest of friends. Jim tricks Huck into giving him a nickel so that the hairball Jim had would talk. By the time they reach the fog, however, Jim and Huck feel sympathetic towards each other. This can be seen because they both thought they were lost and started looking for each other in the fog. The torpedo and pool are supposed to represent the floating house. The floating house is significant because the books about the Duke and the King are in there. This is a foreshadowing that helped Huck and Jim along their journey. Also, we find out in chapter 42 that Huck's dad Pap is in the house. However, he is not alive. Jim keeps this from Huck, most likely to focus on the task at hand, which is to get Jim to Cairo so he can sail to freedom. Emotions may have gotten in the way if Jim had told Huck. This still image shows the Duke and the King trying to persuade people of their needs. Huck and Jim catch on to their ways but decide to help them in a way. They stay by each other for a few days until Jim and Huck decide to leave them and depart ways. By this point in the book, this shows that Huck and Jim have become more mature in their decisions and have become closer friends as Jim searches for a route to freedom through Cairo. The fog represents the difficulties faced in the relationship between Jim and Huck, as well as the difficulties throughout the novel. The fog in the relationship is that Jim and Huck